Okay, now where do I start here? I was going through a box that I had on my shelf with a title on the box called Projects. It was written on the label, and I thought I'd best have a look inside. And this is one of the things that I found. So I'm going to just take you up a bit. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go. There we go. Some of the stuff that I'm going to add because this book was never completed, and I need to... Okay, so if you remember, I had started a book years ago, and it's a story of Peter Rabbit. And I showed you in the previous video what had been created to date. And I'm gone back in now, and I'm trying to add pieces and get this book finished. Hopefully in time for Christmas or Easter, which is not far off. So I made a cover, and I fussy cut Peter Rabbit out. And I mean, isn't he just absolutely gorgeous? And I know he's in a vegetable garden, but we mix our plants and our veggies. So he's in a flower garden eating all the goods. So this cover isn't finished yet, but it does look like that. And it's just, excuse me, a piece of card. Strong piece of card paper. I don't know the weight, but it's fairly hefty. And then I just covered it with a piece of beautiful print that I thought would be really nice for an inside. So there we go. That's that. And this book measure, well, it's a sort of a standard when you take a piece of paper and fold it in half. You end up with a book that's usually about 5.5 to 6, depending on how far it's going to hang out. And it's about 8.5 long or tall. So far right now, this is only one signature, but it is getting thick, and I'm only about maybe a third of the way through with adding bits and pieces. So this may become 2 signatures. So anyway, I'll just quickly show you where I'm at. So I got a little sound mic. Hoping that might make a bit of a difference. You can let me know if you all of a sudden noticed a change. I'm not sure whether it's working or not, but it's just this little system here. Wireless microphone. Anyway, just hoping my sound might be a little better. Okay, so let's carry on here. So we got the book to this point. Beautiful cover. I love that. Just trying to figure out, where to put him, and I thought if he had a stash, I mean, he'd probably eat it right there in the bush, but if he went somewhere, he'd be hiding out in flowers, I think. So anyway, there we go. Now this is one little thing. I think I showed you that last time that I had found. I mean found. I'm saying found because all of these things are found because I forgot I had them. Well, I knew they were somewhere, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. Anyway, so I've gone through, and I've decided that what I want to do with this book is make it a book that an adult would love. Because, I mean, who doesn't love the story of Peter Rabbit, his adventures with the others? So this story is about him and his cousin. So I thought I'd put a big old Mr. Proud picture in there, and his little pocket. So I just matched up colors, and then this is a sticker. These are stickers that I got, and I'm going to put those throughout the book as well, which I've never done before. So we'll see how that turns out. And so the other thing I did is I decided that what would be cute would be a polka dot paper. So I've added the polka dot paper. So let's just go through, and I'll give you an idea of what I have done up to date here. the bases were here. I just added things like some of this lace again. I've got this textured crochet die from Tim Holtz, that I use often because I really like it. It provides a lot of texture. It's nice and dainty. I thought I would add some of those in here and use them as just as strips or as pockets. Ooh, that's nice. Anyway, that's kind of what I do, is I just go through and put the pieces and go whether I like it or not. So I've put a couple pages down and some things. I might add this guy up here. He's just hanging around. I'll cut him down and probably add him in there. So stick him in there for now. I wanted to leave some pages for making notes if you wanted to, or adding more pictures, that kind of thing. So just left this page plain. So I have made a nice big pocket here, and I also have printed out a number of things here. I've printed out some of these seed packages, which I thought would be kind of cute in there. And I've also printed a little bit of a bio on Beatrix Potter. And I thought I could, oh, that's nice paper. I don't know where I had that. I wish I could get some more. So I've got that. I might want to put that in there. Of course, I'm going to antique this up and everything else, but this is just the little bits of fodder. I've got some paper doilies as well. I thought those might look nice. So I just go through, and like I said, I just try pieces of paper here and there and think about what looks pleasing to me. So I just added this for now. Of course, I will go back in and add some things, you know, when I find something that makes me go, ah, that's pretty, actually. Both roses. Might put something like that on there. We'll see. We'll see. So what I had to do was, a lot of these pages were printed, but only on one side. And so when they went together as a book, when you opened it, there was nothing here. So the backs were blank. So I wanted to do something. I didn't want to just glue the pages together. I wanted to make use of that space. So that's what I did. Here's another little page that I did a little decorating on, and here I just added a bit of lace here, because here I did actually glue 2 pages together, but I didn't want the straight edge, so I added some lace and I added a little bit of that paper detailing. Here's one of those pockets. I thought that might go nice on there. Actually, that might go nice on there as well. So I just haven't finished yet. I just kind of go through and go, well, I kind of like that. Like, bring that to there. I thought pink, but he's more red, so I could use anything that I could go with a lighter color here. I might change that out. So that's kind of what I do. And then I also pay attention to the story and add little bits of ephemera and little bit pictures and things here and there that are going to add to add to the picture. So this is Mr. McGregor chasing after. So I just made that a little tag, and I've just pinned it on the page right now. I'll come back and do something more with that later. Might do something here. Again, could add a sticker through there. Not the same sticker all the time, but there's other things that I could add as well. So a lot of times I'm saving pieces like this because of the story. So if there's a point where this actually comes up that he jumps into this can, I think there is in this story. Or I think in this story they hide under a basket. But anyway, there's he might hide, if Mr. McGregor is chasing him, he might hide in that thing right now. So I might put that on there, like it goes with the story. I also consider the colors, what's on the pages. So I'll just stick that there for now. There's a couple of blank pages like I'm talking about. So here's an example of what I might do. Okay, so I go through the papers laying things down, trying things out, thinking what I might do, how I might do it. So for this one, I have chosen this because I look back and it's like I have some lace there. I have the old paper already, and I have a little bit of the polka dot, but I really don't have much more of the polka dot to this point. I could put this down and just stick with this, which is awfully pretty as well. In this case, I would probably put it this way so that there's the writing space and the decoration at the bottom. So that would just leave that again like that. So I'll look back, see when did I have it last, have a writing space, make sure I'm not putting them too close to each other, but spreading them out a bit. And then I go, okay, is that the same one I just used? Well, so that's the kind of thing I do as I go through now. I won't glue this onto here and then onto this next signature part, because, you know, I won't do that because I haven't sewn. If this is already sewn into the cover, I might do that to join those pages, but it isn't at this point. So what I would do with this instead is just take that through, and then I'll have it back here, which is pretty, which is really pretty. But then I have to watch because I'm going, okay, we've got that already set up that way. We're going to end up with too many pages that are the same back to back. I think so. So I'm going to hold off on that one, and I'm going to put this one in. This is what I'm going to do. So all I'm going to do is rip down the edges and glue that on, and then figure out how I'm going to decorate it. Yeah, so I did say polka dots, and I have a nice selection here of pages that have been printed that I could use. And so I just go through and decide which one I want to put down, and then go for it. So it's not just a matter of choice, it's just a matter of what I like. So I'm going to choose a piece and get it glued down. Yeah, so I do use the ruler to rip on a lot on some of the longer pages, and when I'm going with the grain, it's usually at the bottom. So that's going to go in there. That's kind of cool, isn't it? So, but I'm going to take it over, so that means I'm going to, on this side, I get back here, I'm going to have a space, which I'll deal with later. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay, so all I'm going to do is get the glue. That's the next thing. For this book, all I'm using is the Yoo-Hoo stick. I've never made a book with this before, so I hope it sticks and stays. I know when you use this, you certainly can go back and pull it up if it's not too long after you've put it down. But once it's cured, I hope it's fairly permanent. So just pasted on that side of the page. And this paper that I'm using here to top with is a linen paper. If you can see the... Anyway, so it's definitely different than regular white paper. So then I just line this up to where I want it, edges and all. And when I see something like that, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should stick something down in that. So I might rip up. And see what I mean about being able to pull that back? So I might do something like that. Put some lace in between the pages. And this is just doily. This is just paper doily. Just stick it on, rip a section, and put it on. And then push that down. I try not to hesitate too much. You know, if there's there's a lot of things you don't like. So when I find something that is like, yeah, I like that, I just usually just put it down, and or at least put it into that page, and I can come back. So now I look at this when I flip this over, and I think this needs something. So hang on, let me find something. Okay, so I also use little strips of material, and I thought, well, this might be kind of cute if I put that on there. So I have all kinds of lace and ribbon and two types of scissors. Like your mother said, don't cut paper with your sewing scissors. Come on. Okay, so there's a little skinny piece, and there's a wider piece. So what do you think of that? What do you think of that? I think I should have ripped it better. Hang on. Okay, so I found another piece, and I just ripped it off. So this piece is a little bit wider. And then I'm using this glue. And this is just Eileen's tacky glue. It works good. It sticks. Gives you a little bit of time to move if you want to. And then I'll just fray those edges a little bit. And stick that on. You just have to figure out where to stick it, how far over. So I put it on there like that, so a little bit of it can shine through on this side. And I put a little piece more down here. And cut off what I don't need. Like that. I like that. It's playful. And there we go. So I'm just inspired by colors, I think. Like, I mean, I had this piece. I thought that was kind of neat. This is what the other, I have another book that I made that this is the binding. I don't know how much more of this I have, but this is probably the piece that started it all. So I'm going to save that for somewhere else. I also, like I said, have all these ribbons that are really cool. So I might have to keep those in mind. So that's how I do it. I just kind of, you know, take my time and do a piece at a time that inspires me. Like I might go back on here now and add that there. I don't know. I'll save those till I decide. So that's kind of how I go. Let me carry on here in a sec once I get some other ideas of what I'm going to do next. Okay, so here's what I decided after going through all kinds of options. I decided that I liked this paper beside this paper, and I really like this print. And I look back, I thought I'd already used it, and I'm looking back, and I haven't used it yet. So I'm excited that I can do that now, because I think any one of those, look at that, that would be gorgeous on there, wouldn't it? Ooh. So also there's this option, which is really nice. And then there's this little flap. I'm going to use that somewhere else. But I'm going to use one of these. Now I also have this one, but it goes in this way, so I'm going to use that on the back, so I can, or on the right-hand page somewhere else, so I can access it from there. So I'm going to just put that aside. I have my pile of treasures that I keep way up there, and then I have all my pages for option choices. That's my polka dots and my lace, basically. And there's a bunch of polka dots that go over there too. So I got the page bases, and then I got my treasure stuff, like, you know, I'm going to save this for somewhere special. I also found these, which are amazing. So I'm going to be able to try some of those. I actually cut one of those out, and I was thinking that might be nice here, but I'm thinking at this point I would probably go with that. Do you like that? Or do you like that? So then this page becomes what? Is there a function for this page? Not that every page has to have a function, but I do like it to have an option of some sort. So I could put that on there, that underneath, that on the top. This too. That doesn't turn me on. Didn't turn me on. It's nice, but it's not. So I think I pretty much decided I want one of these on here. So let me get that on, and then I'll show you where it's done. Oh, isn't that gorgeous, eh? Layers and layers and layers.